Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Ingeborg. The channel name is A Stitch Too Far. I'm going to talk about my stitching. This is a regular update, so I'm going to show you some finishes, some whips and a bit of haul. Some remnants of my birthday month. But before we do that, there's some things that I wrote down that I needed to tell you about because I keep forgetting. First of all, I am way behind by looking at and reading the comments on my last maybe 4 videos. I don't get notifications because the email that I use for YouTube is an email that I don't use for anything else, basically, so I don't check it very often, so basically for the last month I haven't been looking regularly at my comments. Sorry about that. I am going to try and catch up, but that may mean that I will just give you a thumbs up to know that I've read your comment, and I might not necessarily reply to each and every comment. I will try to pick that up again for this video. I'm also behind, of course, with vacation and everything, watching Flosstube videos. So I did do some purging of Mania videos that, you know, it's June, it's almost July. Not that much of a point looking at Mania preparation videos, so, and I am not always commenting on your videos, sorry about that. I do try to leave thumbs up, but I mostly try and comment if there's still something I want to congratulate you on or thank you for or whatever, but mainly I just give a thumbs up at the moment. Sorry about that. We'll try and get back on track. Also, important thing, Crafty Angie and I think her name's Hanan have taken the initiative of getting together a Flosstube Cookbook. So they're collecting recipes from Flosstube makers and viewers. So if you're interested, I'll try and look up the information and put the contact information down below or somewhere in the screen. What I've understood, I don't have a timeline, so I don't know what the deadline is, but basically they're asking for you to send in a recipe and some information about yourself. They will compile those and sell them as a Flosstube cookbook, and all the revenue, or part of the revenue, I'm not sure, will go to 3 charities. I think they've settled on an Alzheimer, a breast cancer, and a third one, I'm not sure. Yeah, sorry, it's Sunday, brain fart, I don't know. I will try and look it up and put it somewhere here. But if you're interested, let them know. And it's the last day of StitchCon while I'm recording this. They're probably just waking up. It's 4 in the afternoon over here. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to the organizers, Pam and Steph and Nicole and Barbara. If I'm missing someone, I'm sorry. But that was amazing. I've been watching through Instagram mainly and the Instagram live videos, and looks like you had a great time, and I think you did a great job at organizing it. It looks really professional, and I think everybody enjoyed themselves, and that's the main point, right? So yeah, well done. But yeah, it did make me miss a lot of people and think back on my own retreat. But yesterday I went to my friend Anrique, and we had a good afternoon of stitching. So we basically just chatted, and I looked through her stash and she showed me some of her finishes, and no stitch was made. But yeah, that was great. And next week we're planning a little reunion with anybody who's available for the Dutch retreat at the shop. So excellent. Yeah. I might be rambling a bit or talking a bit faster than usual, but that's mainly because I want to keep these videos at around the 30-minute mark, because I'm experiencing that if you have a long, at least I have the feeling when I have a long Flosstube video list that I get anxious that I want to get through them, and at the moment it's just growing instead of shrinking. So yeah, I'm trying to keep my own videos short, but I have a lot to go through, so that's why I'm talking a bit faster than normal. Anyway, also rambling, so finishes. I have a new system, new rotation that I'm trying out, because I have a few big whips that have been with me for, some of them have been started in 2016, so I want to get some more progress on them this year, and some of them I hadn't even touched this year, so I have figured that I'm going to try working on one of my major big whips during the weekdays and reserve the weekends for smaller things. And that seems to be working pretty well. So far I've been able to work on smaller things that I've actually finished in a weekend. Most of them are already started, so. But yeah, and in the weekdays I get a lot of work done on the whips that are a bit bigger. So what have I finished? Well, let's start with this, because this was the most annoying one. I finished the scissor fob by the Sweetheart tree. You've seen this before a long time ago. I finished the blue one. They are supposed to go back to back. It's called Teenie Tweenie number 177, Keep Calm and Freak Out fob. And this was part of my giveaway, I think last year, and 2 people won their own pattern, their own version of this. And I know Frances is on the home stretch as well, so she's trying to finish the second part, and the other one I think was Claire, I'm not sure, but yeah, this was really annoying. I thought, because the blue one was tricky on the blue background, and I thought that was basically because of the linen, but I'm finding out it's actually more to do with the pattern, because it's just annoying. Some places it's hard to see because the pattern lines are not that much thicker than the roster lines of for the counting, and there are places where the backstitch is usually 2 threads wide, but sometimes 3, and if you don't see it because the background lines are in the way, you miss out a thread, and for this kind of patterns that's kind of important. So I did a lot of fudging on this one because I was just wanting to get it done. So I did get it done. I just need to finish it now into a scissors fob. But yeah, it is done, and it's fudged but done. I did this on 28 count opalescent white, and embellishments came with the pattern in this case. So yeah, and this is the blue version. So they're both done now and ready to be finished into a real scissor fob. So I'm gonna have to plan a finishing weekend somewhere, probably this summer. So that was that. Then I finished the Jersey Retreat pattern that Arlene kindly made for us. And I used some leftover fabric from xJUdesign. This is one of her old labels, so it's hard to read, but it's 40 count Zweigart in a Rocky Mountain. And I used her thread, one of her threads. This is her, I think this is overdyed DMC. This is called Smaragd Forest, S-M-A-R-A-G-D Forest. It's a really nice variegated bluish green, emerald kind of green. And to add a bit of bling, I used a bit of Petite treasure braid. And I can't remember which number, but it will be down below in the description box. I usually have all the project information of the things I show. So yeah, it's finished, and I have an Instagram video where you can actually see the sparkle. It's not showing up here, but basically all the lettering is done in the Petite treasure braid and the rest is done in the xJUdesign floss. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was pretty easy to do, although I did have to frog a bit because I went a stitch too little, a stitch too few. But yeah, that was lovely and great fun, great memories while stitching. So yeah. And then, I don't know why this is here. Then I had another finish that I started during the retreat. And that is, I'm trying to get it out, the Canvaswork square number 2 by Works by ABC. I will link her below, as always. Let's see. And it's finished. I did last time I explained that I had to use a different contrasting grey because the other one was too light, but I'm happy with the one I picked. I'm happy with the results. I am, however, thinking about getting a trolley needle or some kind of laying tool. So if you have any tips on what kind of trolley needle or laying tool you prefer and why, please let me know in the comments. Yeah, that was so much fun. So yeah, those were all my finishes. Now, coffee. Projects that I've been working on, my whips. I don't know, that doesn't really matter the order. So I picked up something that I hadn't picked up all year, which is Death by Cross Stitch by Long Dog Sampler. This was a gift that I won in a giveaway on Instagram, probably already 2-3 years ago. And I hadn't worked on it all year, this year. And I finally got it out again and I worked on it. And what I did is basically from this point onward to here, I filled in. And I think I may have been putting this away for a bit because there was an error somewhere, a counting error. Because when I got to this point, I ran into a bit of trouble and I had to do this part first to figure out how to end this design, because I was a stitch out. And turns out, I'm glad I found it finally, but in this one, I went a stitch too wide. So everything beyond this point is 1 stitch over. But yeah, the rest is good, so I know that when I'm going to do the next bits of the design, I'm not going to run into any more trouble. But yeah, loving this. My goal for this one was to get at least this part finished. And then I ended up finishing this one too because I had to start this one because I need to see how far to go with this one. Anyway, I had a bit extra than I had originally intended to get done. But yeah, really pleased. So this is about the bottom of the page. So I'm close to getting all the 4 pages done now. And there's a total of 12, I think. So almost at 30%. Not bad. Better than I thought I was. So yeah. Then the other one I worked on was Garden Party by Mirabilia. And let's see if I have a picture. I think it's in the, oh yeah. This is what it's supposed to look like finished, only I am doing this on a dark blue and purplish background. So here's where I got to. Last time I was about here with the dress, And my goal was to work all the white bits back to the next floral boundary, and I did that. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. Not much else to say than that I'm glad this skirt is growing. And I also did something over here, I think, because I found out I was missing a bit of the grass in the background, I think. But yeah, mainly did the dress up from up here to there. Next time I might progress this dress a bit more and then do this flowery border next, I don't know. But yeah, I'm really glad I picked this up again. It's been a while for most of these that I've worked on them, because this year mainly I've been working on lots of presents and things, so not a lot of work on my bigger projects. This is Takapuna Beach by Character Creations. I think it's out of print. I had people ask me about this, and I thought I had a place online that still has them, but I think that website is down too, so sorry, don't know how to help you there. But yeah, I'm working this on the diagonal method that Brian showed us how to do. And yeah, and the scroll frame is a bit higher than rolled up higher, so you're getting what you're getting. Basically, I added a whole another diagonal over here. I had to finish this one first and then add this, so not quite finished over here. But I'm thinking what I might do is actually, yeah, not sure. I was thinking maybe I would work in a few more diagonals here and then roll back and do the top part, but now I'm actually not sure, so we'll have to see. But as you can see, there's a sea, the horizon has appeared. This is the main tree trunk that's coming up here. I added this whole another branch, and yeah. Oh, this one is also about a third of the way done when I look at the pages. And what I'm thinking about right now is maybe picking out one or two of these and try and see if I can get them to a finish this year. So work on them more regularly than the other ones. I don't know, not sure if I want to do that, because that will also mean the other ones still don't get a lot of work. So yeah, don't know, but we'll see. Haul. Oh, I need to put this back. I've had some things come in from my birthday month that I ordered and that were delayed, or that just took a lot of time because they came from abroad. I also had a lovely card from Cindy, by the way. Thank you. I think I haven't contacted you yet. I'm sorry about that. I will try and do that. So, one of the needlework shops in the Netherlands, that's in the north of the country, had a workshop with hands-on design, Kathy Haberman, and she made a special design for that workshop that now was for sale. And this is the design. It says handwerk, which means craft, or yeah, probably craft is closest. And there's some Dutch houses and some tulips, so that was really nice. And they offered the opportunity to order this even if you hadn't been to the workshop, and order it as a kit. And they were a bit overwhelmed with the amount of response they got, which I didn't find surprising, but yeah. So I got the kits a few weeks ago maybe, and it has a pattern, and it has some finishing felt, and it has a bit of fabric for the design, and it has all the floss. Really wonderful, and of course it has a pattern, but I'm not going to show you that. But yeah, it might be one of the smalls that I will start soon, because yeah, fun. I've been ordering some things on eBay to get stuff that are hard to find, like Picture This Plus, Gold Rush. And some more Cranics. Those might actually be... Oh no, these are different ones. These are the ribbon ones. Anyway, it doesn't matter because it's all for the canvas work. And I actually got some canvas that I've managed to find from so-and-so. This is not... Yeah, this is canvas 22 HPI. And I've also ordered some 18, but that's still on the way. And then... much anticipated, I ordered, I talked to Emily C before about this because she almost had enabled me to buy some patterns from the Scarlet Letter, and I managed to contain myself, but this time I failed. So when I was watching her work on her, what's it called? What yours called? I don't know. Yeah, when she was working on her, I just paused and actually went to the shop and decided to get some of the patterns that have been on my list for a long time. And number one on the list was this, the Black Griffin. I just love this. Sorry it's not focusing, but you can always go to a Scarlet Letter and look it up. Black Griffin, I love it. It's actually based on, I think, Portuguese or Spanish family emblems, and I just had a own modification of it. Speaking of birds in the bow, did you see Stephanie Lindy Stitch's design? I think they're already doing a sale for it, but I got my bird in the bow from Scarlet Letter. I love this. Might help a bit. But yeah, go check out Lindy Stitches as well. Flame Stitch Sampler. God, I love this. I think Rebecca at Hedgerow Stitching has this one too. Then we get to the animals, because I have a few of them my own on my list, not the one that Emily's doing, but this one was high on my list as well. A parrot, a leopard, a lion. Yep, love it. And I think I might try these on silk gauze, if I like silk gauze. Yeah, and this is a more recent one, camel and lion. I just love that camel. Yeah, I had to have it. And the final one, yeah, I know, I'm sorry, it's terrible. Spot motif embroidery, another animal one. I figured these were kind of animal motifs that I could also pick out a single one and use it for a small or something. And there's still, I think, maybe 30 more on my wish list, so yep. Then my LNS told me that they were having a sale of their silk, not their own silk, but the silk from other companies that they have in the store. They were trying to sell out their stock. And I had the bright idea when Anneriek told me to make a list, because I couldn't manage to go to the sale. So I made a list and I sent it to my LNS. And basically I took all the silks that are in my chatelaine designs that I purchased last year, and I went through it and made a list of everything that I might need. And then I went to my LNS to see how much they had in stock, and they had quite a few in stock. So yep, basically this happened. And also I couldn't resist this, because I've been staring at this a few times now. This is from Tentaculum, hand-dyed linen. She has a few pieces and in all kinds of colors, and this one I thought was just irresistible, and I'm sure I will find something beautiful. That's actually very close to the real colors. Maybe a bit more darker in real life, but yeah. So yeah, I had to get that too. So now I'm definitely not buying anything else for a long time. I say that now, full well knowing that I just bought something else. Which I will hopefully show you in another video. Yeah, that was rushed, but at least I managed to keep it under half an hour. That's it. Time to get some stitches in. I hope you're all well. Yeah, not everybody is doing so great at the moment, unfortunately, but yeah, for those of us who have issues in their lives, I'm thinking of you, and I hope to see you again next time, and that will definitely hopefully be in 2 weeks, and I might try and figure out how to do a live Instagram and share a bit of our reunion next weekend with you guys, but I'm not making any promises. Anyway, bye guys.